It's a multi-million naira business we're talking about here. So you don't just go into it because you heard there is money in hair business. My dear, you're going to be shocked, because what makes you stand out from other hair vendors is what you know about hairs and what you know about hair business. That is what makes you stand out. Hair business is a very, very intentional business, because when you start your hair business, you don't just become a hair seller. It exposes you to other aspects you never planned for. My dear, you literally become a hairstylist. You become a content creator. That's if you intend to sell online. My dear, you start doing different things you never planned to do. So before going into the hair industry, you need to prepare your mind. You have to be intentional. You're not just going there because you heard that there is money in it. And that is the purpose of this video, to help you get started rightly. My dear, if you intend starting up your own hair business, please watch this video to the end, because it's going to really help you when you eventually start up your business. Now, we can't talk about hair business without talking about hairs. Let's talk about the types of hairs we have. We have human hair and synthetic hairs. Those are the two basic type of hairs we have. We have human hair and synthetic hair. Human hair, like the name implies, hair that was cut off from a human being. Now, synthetic hairs are fibers. Now, I need to understand that there is absolutely nothing like hair blend. My dear, there's nothing like hair blend. There is nothing like hair blend. It is just a selling strategy. And there is absolutely nothing like a 70% human hair, a 80% human hair, a 50% human hair, or a 90% human hair. All these things are selling strategies, okay? There is nothing like hair blend. Hair blend is synthetic. Hair blends are synthetic hairs. So, my dear, let's talk about the forms of human hairs we have. My dear, we have the raw hair, we have the Remy hair, and we have the virgin hair. Raw hair, as the name implies, is talking about an unprocessed hair, hairs that have not been processed in any way, that have just been cut off from a donor. Now, when you talk about virgin hairs, these are hairs that have actually been steam processed. They have been steam processed, and usually virgin hairs are gotten from just a few persons. Yeah. Now, when you talk about Remy hairs, these are hairs that have been chemically processed. And they are usually from multiple donors. Yeah. Synthetic hairs are doing so well these days that you hardly differentiate them from human hairs. I'm telling you, some synthetic hairs can now bleach. In fact, some of them accept heat, and some of them are even almost tangle free. So it's really difficult these days to differentiate synthetic hairs from human hairs. But I'm still going to tell you how you can do that. One way I know that you can do that: now, cut a little piece from that hair and carry out a burn test. Let me tell you, if the hair melts into small balls, produces a black smoke, and then smells like rubber, it is a synthetic hair. But if the hair catches fire immediately, then it produces a white smoke and smells like a burning hair, then it is a human hair. So, in order to differentiate your synthetic hairs from your human hairs, just carry out a burn test, because these days synthetic hairs are doing so well. Synthetic hairs are doing so well these days. When you start your hair business, you're going to come across these three different words: single drawn, double drawn, and super double drawn. It's not hard. Let me explain. Now, what you mean by a single drawn hair? Note that this is a super double drawn hair. Note, this is a super double drawn pixie coils. Okay. Now, a single drawn hair has hairs of different lengths and is usually thick at the top here and thin at the end. A single drawn hair will be thick at the top and thin at the end. Now, for a double drawn hair will be thick from the top to the end, from the top to the end. The only thing is that when compared to a super double drawn hair, a super double drawn hair has a higher quantity of hair of the same length compared to a double drawn hair. That means a super double drawn hair is better than a double drawn hair in the sense that the hairs are, it has a higher quantity of hairs that are of equal length. This is a super double drawn pixie coil, if you understand what I mean. This is a super double drawn pixie coil. Probably I will leave a picture of a single drawn, a double drawn, and a super double drawn hair here, so that you will be able to understand what I mean. A single drawn is thick from the top, but it's thin at the end. A double drawn hair is thick from up to the end, from the top to the end. Just that a super double drawn is thick. Should I use the word thicker? No, that's not the right word to use. A super double drawn hair has much more hairs of equal length than the double drawn hair. So that is what we mean by an SDD an SDD, a single drawn hair, and a double drawn hair. So at this point, let me quickly introduce myself. My name is Amarachi. Welcome to my channel. Please, all I beg for is for you to subscribe to my channel. Don't even bother liking this video because it might be too stressful for you, but of course, if you like my video, I'm gonna be really grateful for it because it will help YouTube push, because YouTube will get to push out this video to more people. But please subscribe to my channel. That's all I request for. That's the only thing you have to do for me. Subscribe to my channel. We're actually at 11 subscribers right now, so please help my channel grow. Please help my channel grow. So moving on, we have different types of lace wig. Now we have the frontal lace wig, we have the closure lace wig, we have the T frontal lace wig, and we also have the 360 lace wig and the full lace wig. Now this is what we mean by a closure lace wig. This is what we mean by a closure wig. Now if this lace right here does not occupy the entire front of your face, it is a closure wig. And we have different types of closure wig. We have the 2x4, 2x6, which is commonly referred to as the Kim K closure. We have the 4x4, the 5x5, the 6x6, the 7x7, and so on. So as long as this lace right here does not occupy the entire front of your face, it is a closure wig. Now let's talk about a frontal wig. Now this is what we mean by a frontal wig. Frontal, if the lace occupies the entire front of your face, it is a frontal wig. Now one thing about a frontal wig is that it has a lot of application process because it needs to be installed. Now talking about a full lace wig, now just imagine this frontal wig. Now this lace, this entire wig being made out of lace. That's what we mean by a full lace wig. Now a full lace wig is a kind of lace wig that is a kind of wig, sorry, that is made to resemble your natural scalp, and that kind of wig can be parted anywhere. Unlike a frontal wig that is only limited to this very lace area right here, a full lace wig can be parted anywhere and anywhere at all, and it's usually the most expensive type of lace wig we have. Now talking about a T frontal wig, I'm gonna leave the picture right here. As you can see, it has that part that goes into your hair like this. Then it also has that part that occupies the entire front of your face. That is why it is called a T frontal lace wig. Now for a 360 lace wig, it is that kind of wig in which the lace goes round your hair, goes round your head, just like a 360. There are different niches in the hair industry. You don't have to sell wigs. Yes, you can decide to sell bundles. You can decide to go into styling of hairs. You can decide to go into coloring. You can decide to go into ventilating closures and frontals. My dear, you can decide to sell hair accessories or hair maintenance products, hair tools. You can decide. There are different niches in the hair industry, and there's no one you will go into that you will not be making profits. So you don't necessarily have to sell hairs. You can decide to go into wigging of hairs safe. You don't necessarily have to sell hairs, and all of these areas, all of these niches, I mean, are very, very profitable. Let me also share with you some of the lies I hear people tell in the hair industry. Number one, that you need a physical store. My love, you don't need a physical store to sell your hairs. You can market your hairs online. Let me use myself for example. I don't have a physical store yet, and I sell my hairs. So you can market your hairs online and you get customers for it. So you don't need a physical store, especially if you are just starting out. You don't. If you have the resources to get a physical store, sure, get a physical store for yourself. But if you don't, my love, you can start your hair business online. You can be selling online, selling to people around you, marketing your business offline and online as well. And secondly, I hear people say that the hair business is saturated, so there's no need for you to go into it. That's not true, because no woman ever has enough hairs. Okay, we ladies, we always want to buy hairs. We always want to buy hairs, so we never have enough. So how will you not tell me that the hair business is ever saturated? No. I remember as at last year, before I started my hair business, I was looking for I was just looking for a hair vendor to get hairs from as at that last year, but I didn't see anyone around me. You can imagine. And yet they keep saying that the hair business is saturated. That's not true. If you want to start up your hair business, do start up that hair business. Okay. Now thirdly, I see people saying that you need over packaging. My dear, you don't need over packaging. Okay, you don't need it. You don't need all those box, my love. You don't need all those box. Those are big brands. They have been there. They've been there for years. When they started, I'm sure they didn't start off with those big boxes. Sell good hairs, give value for people's money, and you see that they will keep coming back. After those packages, we still throw them away at the end of the day. It's just for just for the hairs to look really, really presentable. But aside that, you don't need over package. I'm not trying to say you shouldn't package, but don't over package, especially if you're just starting out your hair business. Please put your money into proper use. Package, and then a time will come in your business where you eventually over package. Imagine when somebody is buying hairs worth over $1 million from you. Of course, you definitely over package. So the last but not the least lies I hear in the hair industry is that selling hairs at a low rate will attract more customers to you. My love, that's a lie. A big fat lie. You know, one thing about hair business is that there's no fixed price anywhere. If I'm selling this hair now for let me say 200,000 naira, you can decide to sell your own for 80,000 naira. There's no fixed price anywhere. Nobody fixed it anywhere that okay, this hair is supposed to be sold at 150,000 naira, it will be sold at 150,000 naira. So you can sell your hairs. Selling at low price will even make people question the quality of your hair. Let me tell you, this has happened to me severally. Like, there was a time I sold bone straight for around 90,000 naira, and people kept on asking me that I had to just open up and tell them that dollar, because at that time dollar was around 1,001 or so. So I told them that because the dollar rates dropped, that's why I decided to sell. Like, I just had to explain things to them because they were feeling like probably I'm not going to give them the quality hair or something like that. So selling at a low rate will not attract customers. In fact, it will make people even doubt your authenticity. So sell your hairs as you're supposed to sell it. Don't sell your hairs at the price where you even get to lose the capital for the hair. So anyways, what I'm just saying is that these are some of the lies I hear flying around in the hair industry. So now, what do you need to start up your own hair business? Number one, you need the right knowledge. Yes, you need, I've always said it's not enough for you to actually start up your hair business. You don't just wake up one morning and go to the market and buy hairs and start selling. No, because at some point you realize that you really needed to know some things. I know that yes, there's some things you will not still get to know until you eventually start up your hair business, but at least know enough for you to start up your own hair business. Then secondly, you can choose a niche. Like I mentioned, we have different niches in the hair industry, so you can decide to choose a niche. Then okay, let's say you want to go into selling of wigs, you can. Yes, you have actually picked a niche. Then you need to have the right suppliers. Yes, you need to have the right suppliers. I can't overemphasize this enough. You need to have the right supplier, because see, having the right suppliers will save you a whole lot of stress and drama. Don't let me even tell you this. Like, people have gotten bad hairs and they just cry over it and let it go. So please, having the right supplier, and if you need the contact of a legit Vietnamese supplier, you need a legit Vietnamese supplier's contact, please do well to inbox me. My number is on the screen. Message me on WhatsApp. This is my number on the screen right here. And if you need a hair supplier in China as well that sells very good hairs, please also message me. My number is on the screen. I'm going to give you this contact for just 15,000 naira. Yes, for just 15,000 naira, you'll be getting these are people that I've bought hairs from, and I can actually attest to how good their hairs are. So please don't fall into the hands of scammers. We have a lot of scammers out there. I've seen people's money. I've seen people lose their money. I've seen people get bad hairs, and I don't want that for anybody. So please do well. See, in fact, that's the base. After knowing things about hairs, the next thing you're supposed to even know, the next thing you're supposed to do is to get the right hair suppliers. You need the right hair suppliers, unless you're going to be having a lot of troubles. You're going to be explaining a lot, and honestly, you're going to be doing a lot of explanation when you actually start selling these hairs. So aside that, you have to be really understanding and patient, especially when you have issues with logistics. Honestly, it's really frustrating, but you can do it. Okay, so with this, we come to the end of this video. I hope you found this video helpful. Please, if you found this video helpful, please subscribe to my channel. That's all I request for. Just subscribe. You don't have to like this video. If you like it, I'll be grateful, really grateful. But you don't even have to like it, because it might be too stressful for you. So please just subscribe to my channel. And if you can't like the video, I'm just begging, like the video, and see you in my next video. Wow.